Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant, and in this video, we'll talk about kung paano ba tayo gagawa ng isang worksheet and yung mga adjusting entries. So in our previous video, if hindi nyo pa napanood, we made yung trial balance. And from the trial balance, we talked about na with the help of the trial balance, we can now make our financial statements. But before making the financial statements, kailangan muna natin na gumawa. I mean, mag-entry ng mga adjusting entries. So, yun yung pag-usapan natin for today. Paano tayo gagawa ng worksheet and ano ba yung mga adjusting entries. So, if interested kayo, stay tuned and abangan nyo. We will do some mga activities so that mas maintindihan ninyo kung paano ba tayo makagawa ng financial statements using yung ating mga tools and the trial balance. So, let's start. So, eto. So, first is yung trial balance. If hindi nyo pa napanood, we made a trial balance. We got this figure from dun sa ating general ledger. So, from general ledger, gagawa tayo ng trial balance. In our example for today, this is for, ano na to, last year, yung January to December 31, 2024. So, that complete yung, ano natin, accounting period for the whole year. So, ito yung nagawa natin na trial balance before. Ayan. So again, yung trial balance natin dapat equal yung debit and yung credit. So dito, yung trial balance natin is 2.4 million yung ating debit and the credit is the same, 2,451,708. So yung papakita ko lang sa inyo, ano ba yung overall look ng isang worksheet. Yung worksheet kasi, this will be very helpful so that mas makita natin it's like a bird's eye view ng ating financial statements. Yung ating mga entries, yung ating mga accounts, so that mas easier for us to trace if ever may mga errors tayo, nagkamali tayo sa pag-entry, mali yung debit natin, mali yung credit natin, mali yung entries, adjusting entries natin, yung adjusted trial balance, hindi tugma. So, with the help of the worksheet, mas madali natin yun madedetect. So, ito yung look. Pakita ko pala sa inyo muna. First is, yung first part ng worksheet natin is yung trial balance, which is nagawa na natin ito. So, next is itong adjusting entries. So, yung mga adjusting entries, these are yung mga transactions na hindi pa natin nare-record, which is part na dapat ng ating books. For example, mga accruals, ayan, yung mga expenses na na-incur natin. For example, nakatanggap tayo ng billing statement at hindi pa natin na-record pala yon. So, pwede nating i-record as adjusting entries. So, yon yung mga accruals, mga expenses, or it could be mga revenues na na-earn na natin na hindi pa natin natatanggap in cash. So, we will record a receivable naman doon. And yung mga depreciation then yun yung mga common na example, depreciation, and yung others, yung pag-record ng cost of goods sold sa adjusting entries nila ginagawa. And next nun, after na natin makagawa or after making the adjusting entries, ayan, we will be able to come up itong adjusted trial balance. So, ibig sabihin, more or less, ito na yung final natin ng mga figures. So, yun, trial balance, then adjusting entries, and then the adjusted trial balance. So from the adjusted trial balance, ayan, yun yung good news niyan is we can now make itong income statement and the balance sheet, I mean. Ayan. So, yan naman in most cases yung hinahanap ng BIR if ever kahit non-VAT kayo if you are BMBE and yung nag-avail kayo ng kahit hindi kayo BMBE and you are opting for the itemized deduction, hahanapan kayo ng financial statement. In most cases, yung hinahanap nila is the balance sheet and the income statement. Depende sa RDO nyo. Yung other RDOs naman, complete yung hinahanap. Gusto yung may cash flow pa, may statement of changes in owner's equity, pati na din notes to financial statements. But yun. So yung basic lang muna tayo, income statement and balance sheet for today. Maybe in our next video, we can complete na yung yung cash flow and the statement of changes in owner's equity. So, let's proceed. Ayan. So yun, adjusted trial balance, then income statement, and then the balance sheet. So from here pa lang, you will be able to determine na yung inyong profit. Ayan. So yung nakaganda dito sa worksheet is, yun nga yung nabanggit natin kanina, is it's like a bird's eye view ng ating yung financial status ng ating company. So let's start. Ano yung mga adjusting entries? So dun pala tayo mag-start. Adjusting entries. So ito yung ginawa natin na sample for today. So again, yung nabanggit nga natin kanina, yung mga adjusting entries, yung mga transactions for the year na hindi pa natin na-record, which is supposed to be part of that year na. Part na siya ng 2024 sa ating example. So unang-una is the depreciation. So if you have mga property, plant, and equipment, and nabili ninyo yon and ginamit nyo for the year. So, may portion doon dapat may depreciation yon. So, in our example, this is an office equipment. Yung mga common na example nito is, for example, computer, ayan, laptops, ayan, yung mga machineries ninyo, ayan. It could be mga service vehicle. So, lahat yun na mga non-current assets ang tawag doon because you will be able to use them more than 12 months pa or over a year. So, kailangan natin silang i-depreciate. So, to come up with a depreciation, so very simple lang yung computation niyan is the cost nung property, plant, and equipment ninyo. And kailangan nyo i-determine yung estimated useful life niya. In most cases, yung mga office equipment natin, nasa 3 years hanggang 5 years. So, yun ang gagawin natin is the cost and i-divide natin yung estimated useful life na 5 years. So, that will give us itong annual depreciation na 20,000. So, given na itong office equipment na ito is nabili nung January, and then hindi tayo nakapag-record, no? January, February, March, April, May. So, mostly kasi yan dapat monthly yung recording ng depreciation. But in this example lang, in case lang na hindi kayo nakapag-record for the entire year, pwede nyo i-record yon. So, we will come up with itong entry, adjusting entry number 1 natin is we will debit the depreciation expense 20,000. So yun yung computation niyan. Again, 100,000 divided by 5. So annual depreciation natin is 20,000. And credit natin accumulated depreciation office equipment. So this is a contra asset account ng inyong office equipment. So that is to record the depreciation of the office equipment for the year. Ayan. So yun, again, yung mga other example nun, yung nabanggit natin kanina, service vehicle, ayan, yung mga laptops, ayan, yung mga more than a year na pwede nyong gamitin sa inyong company. So, next natin na adjusting entry is yung percentage tax. Ito minsan nakakalimutan to ng mga taxpayers is if non-VAT kasi kayo, you are, yun nga, required ng percentage tax. So, at the end of the year, for example, December 31, ayan. So, as of balance sheet date or as of December 31, supposed to be liability na yan ninyo. So ibig sabihin dapat expense na ninyo yung percentage tax expense na yan or the taxes and licenses. So to get again, just a quick review lang to get your percentage tax due, it's just your net sales multiplied by 3%. Ayan, for example, yung net sales natin ng fourth quarter. So that is the gross sales less the sales returns, allowances, and discounts. That is your net sales. 522,500 multiplied by 3%. So that would give us itong percentage tax due na 15,675. So yung entry natin dyan is debit natin, of course, an expense, taxes and licenses, 15,675, and then i-credit natin yung percentage tax payable na 15,675, and that is to record the fourth quarter percentage tax payable. So if ever may mga other, yun nga, mag-accrue tayo ng mga expenses na part na ng for the year, hindi pa natin na-record, hindi pa natin na-recognize. So yun yung purpose ng ating mga adjusting entries. So another example is yung prepaid rent. For example, may mga nag-advance payment kayo ng rent, and then minsan kasi nakakalimutan natin na kailangan natin i-record or i-recognize yung expense na portion nun. Sa pag-record kasi natin, for example, may 2 months advance tayo na rental. So yung pag-record natin nun, it was prepaid rent pa. So that is current asset pa natin. So as pagdaan nung time, I mean, dumaan na yung month na January and February, supposed to be nung January and February, dapat nag-record na tayo ng expense nun. But for example, hindi tayo nakapag-record. So we can still create itong adjusting entry. So yung advance rental natin, again, 20,000. And then number of months, yung January and February kasi hindi natin na-record yung rent expense. In case lang hindi pa natin na-record. So yung prepaid rent na nagamit natin doon is 40,000. So kailangan natin i-recognize yung expense. So yung entry natin is debit tayo ng rent expense, 40,000. And credit natin yung prepaid rent na 40,000, and that is to record the used portion of the prepaid rent for the 2 months rental. So another example nito is, for example, may prepaid insurance. Di ba yung coverage ng prepaid insurance natin is, for example, for the entire year. So pagbili natin ng insurance na yon, nag-debit tayo ng prepaid insurance. So kailangan natin again i-recognize yung yung for the year lang kasi yung covered nun, kailangan natin i-recognize yung expense portion na yon in case may mga prepayments tayo. So, i-debit natin yung expense, insurance expense, and then i-credit natin yung prepaid rent, I mean prepaid insurance in case may mga insurance tayo. And that is to record again the used portion or expired portion ng ating insurance. So, yun yung concept nun ng adjusting entries is kailangan natin, I mean, i-record lahat ng mga transactions na hindi pa natin na-record. So, ayan. So, other example natin is, ito, common din ito, is the cost of goods sold. Yung iba kasi, yung pag-recording ng cost of goods sold nila is periodic inventory yung gamit. Ibig sabihin, nare-recognize nila yung cost of goods sold upon ano na, yung physical inventory count. So, pag periodic inventory kayo, that's the time na makakapag-recognize tayo ng ating cost of goods sold, and that is using yung computation. So, yung computation yan, this is the standard computation is the inventory beginning and then add nyo yung mga purchases nyo for that year, less purchases, returns, allowances, and discounts. And if may mga freight in related dun sa inyong purchases, ayan, pwede nyo i-add yun. That would give us a goods available for sale. And then lastly, yung ending inventory. For example, nag-inventory count kayo and you determined na yung merchandise inventory na ending inventory ninyo is just 102,500. So, ibig sabihin nun, di ba, yung goods na available sa inyo for the year, and then yung naiwan is 102,500 na lang. So, ibig sabihin, yung nabawas doon, that would be yung nabenta ninyo. So, that would be your cost of goods sold. So, in our example, ito, goods available for sale, 1.2 million, and then add natin, i-less natin pala, I mean, yung ending inventory natin na 102,500, that would give us itong cost of goods sold na 1,097,500. So, yung entry niyan, again, we will debit the cost of goods sold, 1,097,500, and then credit the merchandise inventory, 1,097,500. That is to record the cost of goods sold for the period. So, ayan, yan yung mga common na mga example ng ating mga adjusting entries. Depreciation, ayan, accrual ng expenses, yung pag-recognize ng mga expense, ayan, and mga payables, yun. So, and the cost of goods sold na din. So, from here, adjusting entries, ayan, ipa-plot na natin siya sa ating worksheet. So, balikan na natin yung ating worksheet. So, from here, trial balance, ito yung original natin na trial balance without the adjusting entries. So, dito na tayo sa column na adjusting entries. So, kita nyo, may debit and credit na side. So, yung basic again is dapat equal yung debit and the credit. So, first natin na entry, ayun, ipa-plot lang natin. So, yung nakaganda dito sa worksheet is ipa-plot natin so that mas makita natin kaagad, di ba? So, first is yung depreciation expense. So, kailangan natin yung i-debit yung depreciation expense, kita nyo. So, you can put there yung, kumbaga, letter A, kumbaga, or number 1, but in the practice or sa theory is you can put there letter A. So that is your first na adjusting entry is yung to record the depreciation expense. So that is debit yung depreciation expense na 20,000. And then, of course, i-credit natin yung, yan, kita nyo ba? This is the accumulated depreciation office equipment. Kita nyo, sa trial balance is wala pa siyang balanse. But adjusting entry, again, i-credit natin siya ng 20,000. So that is a contra asset account ng office equipment. So yung next natin na adjusting entry is ito, letter B. So yung ano naman ito, yung percentage tax na payable natin. So i-debit natin yung taxes and licenses dito, 15,675. And then, again, credit natin yung percentage tax payable because payable natin yan as of yung end ng year ng December 31. So, last natin na entry is yung prepayment na rental, na-recognize natin yung rental na portion. Ayan. So, mali pa yung natin nalagay. So, dapat dito sa taas, sa rental dapat. So, 40,000. Ayan. Ayan. And then, debit tayo ng rental, 40,000. And then, letter C, ayan. Nag-credit tayo ng prepaid rent na 40,000. So, yun yung ating mga adjusting entries. And if i-add niyo lahat ng debit and the credit na account nun, it should be equal pa din. So, nag-debit tayo na total na amount ng 75,675. and nag-credit tayo ng account na yung total niya is the same, 75,675. So from there, we can come up now with our adjusted trial balance. So more or less, ito na yung final figure natin for the financial statements. So i-check muna natin tama ba yung debit and the credit side. Yung total niya is 2,487,383 debit and the credit is the 2,487,383. So yung formula nito is you just i-add nyo lang yung mga, for example, itong sa original nyo na trial balance, if may mga adjustments kayo sa debit, i-add nyo and i-minus yung mga credit. So, ganun to come up with adjusted trial balance. So, we have here yung cash. Ayan, wala tayong adjustment sa cash. Sa AR, accounts receivable, wala din tayong adjustment. Merchandise inventory, wala din. So, dito tayo sa prepaid rent. So, initially, may balance na ano dito, debit na 40,000, but credit natin siya 40,000. So, adjusted trial balance natin, wala na tayong prepaid rent. So, that is zero na. So, next tayo is creditable withholding tax, 2,588. Ayan, office equipment, 100,000. And then, the credit side, ito yung may adjustment to dito is, initially, di pa tayo nakapag-record ng depreciation expense, but with the adjusting entry, ayan, may credit na tayo na accumulated depreciation ng office equipment. So, next natin is, ano pa yung may mga changes? Ayan, percentage tax payable. So, initially, wala tayong balance niyan, but with adjusting entry, we have credit na balance for the percentage tax payable, 15,675. And then, ayun, yung depreciation expense, nag-add tayo ng 20,000, 40,000 for the rental, and then taxes and licenses, 15,675. So, ito na yung adjusted balance natin. So, review lang natin. Yung prepaid rent, wala na tayong balance doon because of the adjusting entry. And then, accumulated depreciation, nagka-credit balance tayo na 20,000. And then, percentage tax payable, may balance sa'yo credit, 15,675. And then, nagka-additional tayo na expense, depreciation expense, 20,000. And then, yung total natin na rental will be 240,000 from 200,000 na original. So, nag-add tayo ng 40,000. So, ano pa yung may mga changes dito? Taxes and licenses, na-addan siya. So that yung total natin na taxes and licenses would be 35,675. So I think yun na yun. So yung adjusted trial balance natin, ayan, kita nyo. Again, 2,487,383. Balance lang yan. Equal yung debit and the credit side. 2,487,383. So, pag hindi balance yan, pag hindi equal yung debit tsaka yung credit niyo, ibig sabihin, may mali kayo na entry. It could be may mga hindi kayo na record na debit or may mga credit na accounts na hindi kayo na record. So, ayan. So, from there, so ito na yung good news. So, from adjusted trial balance, so pwede na kayong gumawa actually ng income statement and the balance sheet ninyo from this worksheet. So, yung key lang dito is, pakita ko lang sa inyo, the key is, kailangan familiar kayo ng kung anong account type yung mga account titles na ito. So, be familiarized lang yung cash. Kasi ito, pabalik-balik na din ito eh. In most na financial statements na makita nyo, laging may mga account titles na ganito. So that, yun, if familiar kayo, alam nyo na kaagad na ano ba yung mga assets. So, dapat familiar kayo ng assets, liabilities, and the equity. So, yung kailangan nyo din pala malaman is yung equation, always equal yung assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. So, equal palagi yun. So, ayan, cash. Dapat alam nyo, ano ba yung cash? Current asset. Ayan, accounts receivable, current asset ulit. Merchandise inventory, current asset. So, dapat familiar kayo and yung office equipment, asset. So, meaning, you have ownership of these accounts. And yung non-current is kung pwede nyo siyang magamit beyond, so kung may benefits sa inyo beyond 12 months or beyond 1 year, non-current yan. So, yung example dito, office equipment, that would be your non-current asset. So, mga liabilities, so I'm sure mas madali nyo maintindihan yung liabilities. Ibig sabihin, utang or obligation niyo na kailangan yung you need to pay. So, current if it would be within 12 months from the balance sheet date. So, current yon. So, Ito yung mga current natin na liabilities, withholding tax payable, accounts payable, income tax payable, percentage tax payable. And then yung equity, ayan, or the owner's equity. So ito yung capital, yung initial na investment natin, owner's capital, and then if may mga withdrawals that is kontra ng capital ninyo. So dapat alam nyo ito. So, ayan, be familiar lang. So, yung sa income statement naman, yung kailangan natin ng mga accounts is yung income ninyo and the expenses. So, mas easier to. Yung income ninyo is your revenue. It's either service revenue or sales revenue. Ayan. So, in our example, ito, nagbebenta tayo. So, we have sales revenue as your income and sales return allowances and discounts. So, again, that is your contra revenue. So, ima-minus nyo yun sa inyong sales revenue. And then yung mga expenses, I'm sure familiar na kayo sa mga expenses kung ano yung mga gastos ninyo na related sa business. Ayan. So yung mga expenses dito, these are yung pwede natin i-claim as itemized deduction. So we have here yung mga cost of goods sold, depreciation, rental, ayan, salaries, SSS, taxes and licenses, transportation and travel, professional fees, platform fees, utilities, office supplies, advertising, repairs, and maintenance. So, yan yung mga expenses natin. So, if familiar na kayo niyan, so alam niyo na yung asset, alam niyo na yung liabilities, equity, alam niyo yung income and expenses. From here, makakagawa na kayo ng inyong balance sheet and the income statement. So, let's start with the income statement. So, again, yung gagamitin natin is the adjusted trial balance. So, income statement, so yung mga accounts lang na income and expenses, yung account type kanina yung na-mention natin, yung ilalagay natin sa income statement. So, let's start with the sales revenue. Ayan, 2,195,000. And then sa debit side niya, yan yung mga expenses natin and the sales returns, allowances, and discounts. So, kita nyo, sales returns, allowances, and discounts, 109,750. Cost of goods sold, 1,097,500. And yung pababa na ito na yung mga operating expenses natin, the depreciation, rental, the salaries, ayan, the transportation and travel. So, kung i-add nyo lahat yan, those are your expenses. So, i-add natin yung debit, all the debit na accounts natin, the expense. So, that would give us itong 2,123,218. Yan yung debit natin. And yung credit natin, which is yung mga revenue natin is 2,195,000. So, saan ba yung mas malaki? The credit side, yung revenue natin, or the expenses? So, if titignan ninyo, mas malaki yung ating revenue na side. 2,195,000. So, yung difference niya ng ating mga expenses na 2,123,218 is the 71,782. So, yung ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung revenue natin compared sa ating expenses. Ibig sabihin niyan is may profit tayo. So, itong 71,782, that is our profit or the gross income the income before income tax. Ayan. So, hindi pa tayo nakapag-record ng income tax expense dito. So, ayan. So, again, i-balance natin. So, equal again yung debit and the credit because of the profit. So, equal na ito, 2,195,000. And the credit natin is 2,195,000. So, ganun din. Sa balance sheet, so yung gagamitin natin dito is yung assets, yung account type, is the assets, liabilities, and the equity. So, ito yung i-forward natin dito ng mga figures. So, again, ito, example tayo. Yung mga asset natin dito is the cash, accounts receivable, merchandise inventory, ayan, prepaid rent, wala na. Itong creditable withholding tax, office equipment. So, yan yung mga asset natin. And then, credit natin, the accumulated depreciation of the office equipment, credit yan because this is a contra asset account. And then, yung mga payables natin, liabilities, those are credit. So, dapat familiar din kayo sa normal balance ng mga accounts. Yung assets natin, debit, liabilities, credit, equity, credit. Revenue or income, credit. Expenses natin is debit, di ba? So, yon yung mga dapat yung malaman. So, ayan, medyo madami na tayong mga theories. So, ayan, liabilities natin, accounts payable, and then percentage tax payable, and then the owner's capital, and then owner's withdrawals, wala tayong withdrawals. So, i-add natin lahat nating balance sheet accounts. So, yung debit natin is, ayan, 364,165, and then yung credit natin is 292,383. Again, hindi siya balance. So, if pansin niyo yung debit natin is mas malaki and yung credit natin is mas maliit. So yung difference nila, ipansin niyo, the difference is 71,782. So saan to galing? So yung 71,782, dapat equal yan sa inyong profit. Because yung profit ninyo is, i-close natin yan sa inyong equity na account. So dapat equal yung dalawa na yan. So pag hindi equal, again, ibig sabihin, may mali tayong na record or mali yung figures natin. So 71,782 is our profit. So i-total natin yung total natin na debit na balance sheet natin is 364,165, and then balance lang yan, yung credit natin is 364,165. So, ayan, balance tayo. So, yun yung ating video for today. We talked about yung adjusting entries. Kita ko lang ulit sa inyo. Review lang. Ayan, yung adjusting entries natin. And then, gumawa tayo ng worksheet. Ayan, to come up with the adjusted trial balance. Plinot natin yung adjusting entries and then to come up with adjusted trial balance. And from the adjusted trial balance, we came up with the income statement and the balance sheet. So, ganun ka, high-tech. Di ba? So, ganun yung sa accounting. So, next video natin. So, actually from here, you can already make yung balance sheet ninyo and income statement. So, it's more on the formatting na lang. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo. Ito yung format ng ating balance sheet. Ayan. Nakalagay lang yan yung current assets, non-current asset, total assets, and then the liabilities, current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and the total liabilities and owner's equity. And then sa income statement then, ayan, if kita ninyo, we have the sales, cost of goods sold, that will come up with the gross income less the operating expenses. So kita nyo dito yung ating income before income tax is 71,782. If babalikan nyo yung worksheet natin, equal yan, 71,782. And then, ayan, kailangan pa natin i-record yung provision for income tax. So in our next video, ayan, formatting tayo. Gawa tayo ng formal na, ayan, balance sheet, ayan, cash flow, income statement. So lahat yan in our next video. So yun lang yung ating video for today. If may mga tanong kayo, ayan, about sa trial balance, adjusting entries, adjusted trial balance, comment lang kayo down below. And again, thank you for watching. And if you would want to support our channel pala, if you would want to donate, our website is still up and running. So, actually, may mga free online courses tayo doon, www.pinoyaccountant.com. But yun nga, hindi pa tayo nakakagawa ng mga courses, new courses. I mean, naka-upload na tayo ng initial or first na course doon. So, ayun, if you would want to donate and support our channel, yun, punta lang kayo sa www.pinoyaccountant.com/donate. So, malaking tulong yun sa akin to come up to keep on making this mga tutorial videos about BIR, yan, mga filing, ito, and ito din mga bookkeeping, and of course, itong making your financial statement. So, again, na-appreciate ko yung mga comments niyo and yung pang-support ninyo. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again in our next video.